Hi, I'm Cheryl. Here's our card for today. I used that beautiful U stamp set again, and some of the designer series paper from the Petals and Posies, Paisleys and Posies. Let me look. Yeah, Petals and Paisleys designer series paper, and then on the inside it has little decoration. We have some leaves that coordinates with it. It's one thing nice about Stampin' Up! Is they put together sweets and everything coordinates. So it makes things so easy to put together a card. So what we're going to need today, we need a piece of basic black cardstock, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. A piece of the cardstock, and look at this design on here, and it's such a beautiful color. That's like the rich razzleberry color. And yes, I have a hole in the center of mine. I cut this piece out. I'm going to put that back with my other cardstock and use it on some future project, because we don't need this centerpiece. So, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. You need another piece of basic black, and this is 5 by 3.5. We need 4 pieces of this paper. This is also from that Petals and Paisleys designer series paper, and it has it's like the very vanilla color background, and it has these beautiful copper dots all over it. And we need just a little piece of very vanilla, and another piece of very vanilla, and this is 4.5 by 3 1/4. So that's it for the papers. We'll need Tombow, Snail, standard things. I seem to need those all the time. I'm using the beautiful U stamp set. I'm using, let's see, this is a two-parter. There's two things. I'm using these like the Fashionista, and we're using the Celebrate stamp. Life looks good on you. And then from the Petals and Paisleys, we're going to use, this is Paisleys and Posies. Okay, go figure. We're using these two, oh, let me get out of the glare. These 2 leaves. Those are the 2 leaves for the inside of the card. And we're using our Tuxedo Black Memento ink. We're using our rich Razzleberry stamp pad and a blender pen. So, oh, and I happen to have a piece of ribbon that matched beautifully. It's 5/8 inch wide ribbon, and you'll need a piece about 6.5 inches long. If you don't have ribbon that matches, but you could use that cardstock, or not the cardstock. You could, well, yeah, you could use the rich razzleberry cardstock, or you could make a strip from the designer series paper and use that instead. I happen to have the ribbon. I'm 60 years old, and I've been crafting all my life, so I have so many supplies that I am thrilled that I had a bit of ribbon that matched it, and I'm going to use it. Alright, so let's bring all of our papers in here first. And we'll do our stamping. So we'll need our 2 pieces of the very vanilla, and then 1 of our panels for the front of the card. And these are all going to be done in the Memento Black. So let's start out with our Life Looks Beautiful on You stamp for the inside. And there's a little smudge on that side. Let me flip that over. And hopefully I don't mess this up, because I have a smudge on the other side. Oh, and it looks good. Boy, did I luck out, huh? And then we'll do our, next we'll do our leaves. So, and yes, I have a stamp on each side here. So let's see, we'll put one here, a nice big one there. We'll put another nice big one right here. And let's fill in with a couple of little ones. Let's see. Maybe one here. And we'll put one up the top here. And, oh, I think I'll make one right here too. There. So, done with the leaves. And we'll do our Celebrate on our little bitty piece of vanilla. And it doesn't really matter if you line that up really well or not, because we're going to fussy cut that out. And now we need our little fashionista lady. And we'll stamp her on this panel. That inked up good. Looks pretty good to me. And we're going to put her actually going off the right hand side and centered. Okay, so she goes right there. All right, now we're done with the Memento. Let's color in our fashionista and our leaves next. A little smudge of black. Get rid of that. So squeeze your ink pad. Get yourself a nice little puddle here. And with our blender pens, we're just going to do like an artsy stroke on her dress and her hat. And then we're just going to fill in on the leaves. So let's pick up some of that ink. And we're just going to stroke. We'll do a stroke. And on her sleeve. And remember, this will lighten up once your ink dries completely. So there is a stamp in this set, and I haven't even used it yet, that you can just stamp over top of her. I don't know, I just like to color things in, I guess. So we're just going to fill these leaves in. I'm not even getting crazy about getting down into the little points. Because we want this to look artistic. And just kind of painterly. And our last leaf. And there we go. That's all done. Oh, I should scribble this pen out, because I know I'll put it away. Then my little My little scrap here. I test out my stamps on it and do stuff like this. Sometimes these turn out to be so pretty I hate to throw them away. Alright, now we'll get our sharp little pair of scissors out, and we're just going to kind of loosely fussy cut around here, around the celebrate word. I just thought it would make it look a little more interesting than having just a little strip on the front of the card. There we go. So we've got that ready. Let me get the ink out of here before I make a mess with that. And we're ready to put our card together. So let me bring in the card base. So our little window cutout will go down. Look at the pretty pattern on the back too. And we'll take our snail and all along the edge we'll snap that on. Make sure our card opens the right way. And this will be centered on our card front with any luck. There we go. There. Next goes the piece of black. We'll snail that. Oops. I don't want to do that yet. I'll just stick it down on my mat here because I need to wrap my ribbon around there. So we'll put our panels on next. And this one will go right here. So we want to make sure we get that one in the proper spot. Put our Tombow glue on the back. We're using the Tombow now, not the snail, because we want to make sure that these are evenly spaced. So we'll put this down. We'll put the end pieces first. We want 1/8 of an inch showing on all 3 sides. You see? Let me peel this up. So you have an even amount showing on all 3 sides here. We're going to take another one of our little panels. We'll put Tombow glue on the back of that one. And we're going to put that now on the right side. And again, you want exactly the same all the way around on those 3 outer sides. Now we'll put the centerpiece in. And we want to line those up with the other 2. And have an equal amount of space in between each of them on both of these sides. So there we go. Got a little Tombow outside the lines. Found that if you dab it like this, it won't leave a shiny mark. Okay, now we can put our ribbon on, and we'll have that about 3/8 of an inch from the bottom of this panel. And I'll just wrap that around and stick it onto the tape we have on the back. And do the same on the other side. I can look from this side now and make sure that it's all lined up. Okay, and there we go. Got that down. And now we can put this in place. I'm going to put a little Tombow on top of my tape. It's probably not necessary, but it makes me feel better, so I'm going to do it. And then we'll put this in place on our card. And we have just about an 1/8 inch showing on either side, and then we have a little bit more, about 1/4 of an inch, I guess that is, on top and bottom. And look how pretty that is already. And now, there it is. This is what I was looking for, my little celebrate thing we made. Just put a little Tombow on that. And we're going to stick that right on top of the ribbon, or whatever you've used for this. And then this piece here will go on the inside, and I can snail that. Oop. And we'll center that on the inside of the card. And our card is complete. Now, if you don't have exactly these designer series papers, look through your stash, because I'll bet you've got something that has just a little bit of a background, something or other on it that you could use instead. Or maybe you could make your own with it, you know, stamp, or I don't know, use a ruler and draw stripes on it, lightly draw stripes on it, something like that. But this paper is just so gorgeous. I really do love it. So, I hope you've enjoyed the video today. If you like it, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave those down below there too. And as always, I'll have a complete list of my supplies that I used today. So, and if you want to shop with me, you can do that through my Facebook page or my website. Plus, on my Facebook page, I always put up the cards that I make, and as I post them on YouTube. So, you might want to keep an eye on my Facebook page. I have PDFs for the Occasions catalog and the Celebration catalog out there. And I have a picture of one of my craft room assistants on there. So, anyway, y'all take care, stay safe, and happy stamping.